For us to have frank and honest conversations on the issues at hand. It's easy to look and fish for any possible problems that are wrong with our state and use those as an excuse to not support legislation. My bill does not deal with those issues. My bill has nothing to do with those issues.
Well, the teacher evaluation, because a student would have to be taken out of a parent with consecutive or evaluation.
My bill does not call for a student being taken out. Current law. The only thing my bill does, current law allows for if those teachers are failing, those parents will be informed currently, even if my bill were to fail. The only difference between my bill and that bill is that my bill will tell us parents, the teacher is failing, you have an option of a highly effective teacher. That's the only difference between current law and what my bill is.
Again, that's tied to teachers with the teacher evaluation. So the teacher evaluation system will not be fully up and running until the 14-15 school year. And so that's my question is, are you willing to make changes to accommodate that?
I'm willing to consider anything that's going to make our children better educated and give our children more opportunity.
Why would you have to change this bill? You obviously have the votes over here, and you've got the votes in the Senate this year. Why would you even consider changing it from its current status?
I think anything that can make the bill stronger, anything that can make it a better product, I'm willing to sit down with Democrats, I'm willing to sit down with anybody who has some suggestions on how to make the bill stronger. I think some of the comments that were made today about not letting foreign national corporations come in and move these schools, I think that's a fair consideration, and I would be glad to consider it in my bill. I think that one thing that's important to discuss is that you have 40, 50 people appear before these appearance cards, the majority in opposition. My door is always open. Only one of them came to visit with me. Only one of them came to discuss the policy. The rest of them are just playing political games.
Representative Trujillo, what if the...
I'm sorry.
PTA is playing political games too?
But my door is open. If the PTA would like to come and discuss the bill, they would like to discuss the policy with me, my door is always open.
Representative Trujillo, besides parents signing the petition, what else are they doing to be empowered in their students and their child's education?
We've given them choice. I think one thing that you've seen over Florida in the last 10, 15, 20 years, parents have choice. If you don't like, in certain neighborhoods, if you don't like the school that your child is going to, you have the option for a charter school or for a high-performing public school. But one thing that's a travesty, especially in my neighborhood, is you have high-performing public schools like Mass Academy and like Coral Reef and other schools. And children, the future of the trajectory in education will be based on a lottery. And that is truly, truly a travesty that a child has to be placed in a wait list in order to get a good education.
But besides just signing a petition, what are parents doing to be empowered like throughout the school year for the curriculum, for the level of education that these charter schools are providing? What else besides signing the petition to initially change to a charter school are these parents doing once the charter school is established?
I'm not sure I understand your question.
So once the parents sign the petition, and let's say a public school moves over to a charter school, what are these parents then doing to, be involved in that student's curriculum and make sure that this charter school is providing the best education as opposed to staying in the public school?
It's up to the individual parent. I can't tell you what the parents are doing.
So the empowerment is just to sign the petition, and then once the school is moved over to a charter, then parents really don't have a...
The empowerment is right now that we're federally mandated. Even without my bill passing, if a school is a failing school, the school board has one of four options. Those four options are presented to the Department of Education. The Department of Education makes a suggestion. The only thing that my bill is doing is saying, let parents have a choice. Don't let the school board decide between these four options. Let parents have a choice in deciding what is the parents, the will of the majority of the parents in that situation, not just what's in the will of the school board.
And one more question. Once the school is a charter school, let's say the parents want to choose to move back to a public school. Is that an option in this bill?
It would be up to the school boards to negotiate it. If for whatever reason the school's a failing school, the Department of Education mandates, even without parents' input right now, the Department of Education mandates that school be converted to a charter school, whether for-profit or non-for-profit. In the contract negotiations for that facility, the school board has the ability to negotiate the terms, whether those terms are years, whether it's the amount and the length of the lease, whether it's the projections that they need as far as deliverables on accountability, as far as deliverables as to performance, as far as deliverables to success. That's on the school board.
So it's the school board then that moves a charter school back to a public school, not the parents?
They could contractually put that in the terms of their agreement.
The school board or the parents?
School board.
Okay.
Can I ask a quick clarification?
Yes.
Okay, so the parents, 51% of parents, right?
Thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you.
51% of parents make a recommendation to the school board. If there's disagreement between the school board and the parents, DOE is is the arbiter?
Absolutely.
Okay, and then was that in the bill last year, do you recall, or is that new language?
That is actually as a result of the federal mandate that we got a waiver on last year. That's new language.
Okay, that is new language.
But what about the argument, the complaint that you're adding another layer of government and you're circumventing local control by giving the ultimate decision to the Department of Education and not the local school board?
I think people, if they have that concern, they should express it to the federal government. The federal government mandated that this be the scenario that takes place.
The federal government
Absolutely.
empowers the Department of Education to make that decision?
And Florida received a waiver that our Department of Education, not the federal one, will make those decisions, but that's a federal mandate that we have to oblige with.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.